Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the ZD guy, Johnny Z here. Thanks so much for tuning back into the channel for this really cool video, a video that I didn't think I'd ever get the chance to make. I don't do a lot of concert reviews, of shows I was there in person. I cover some notable shows that happen, in and around the rock community, but to actually be at one of those shows and to do an I was there concert review is something that, if I've done very few of them here on the channel, but really wanted to talk about this today and share some really cool stuff with you guys. Last night I had the opportunity, big thanks to Iron Maiden, to be backstage for their show live at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It was a fantastic night. I've got photos, I've got a really cool video of myself and Nicko Mcbrain, and going to talk all about the show, so stay tuned, and I know you guys definitely want to see some of the backstage stuff, so without further ado, check it out. I got a question, Nico. Who was right in the Mission from Harry?
Who was right?
Who was right?
The drummer's always right. You should know that.
Again, thanks to Iron Maiden, thanks to Nicko and Bruce for their time, and you have your answer now, finally. The mission from Harry has been solved. Nicko Mcbrain says he was right. The drummer is always right, and Steve should know that. That's what he says, and so we have to side with Nicko Mcbrain here. Fantastic experience going backstage. I have my backstage pass here. Really, really cool, and I was able, as you guys saw, to get my copy of Seventh Son signed by Nicko and Bruce. That was great. Both guys were really nice, super cordial, and what's amazing to me is that these guys, they go into the backstage room here where there are people there waiting to meet them, and it's like 20, 30 minutes before the show, and they're so laid back, and they're so casual about it, and in 20 minutes or so, in a half hour, they're going to go out there and they're going to be Iron Maiden for 2 hours. And it's like, they're so calm and collected about it. It's crazy to me. But what a fantastic environment, great experience. Got a picture with Bruce, got a picture with Nicko, and was able to finally ask Nicko the question about the mission from Harry. I also asked Bruce about the mission from Harry, to which he responded, everyone was right. So that was kind of funny, got a big laugh out of the room. So again, fantastic experience, definitely one of the best nights of my life. And oh yeah, the show, right? The show was fantastic as well. Let's dive into the concert. Maiden have been on the Future Past tour for a while now. This is my second time seeing this tour. I also saw them last week at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. So really cool to see them once again. You wait like 2 years for the show to finally come, right? And I've seen Maiden now about, say, 6 times, I think, and so it's always been a fantastic experience, always been a great show. Let's just take a look at the set list here, which you guys can see right over here. Same set list they've been doing for the entire tour, right? You have the Blade Runner intro, Caught Somewhere in Time, Stranger in a Strange Land, The Writing on the Wall, Days of Future Past, The Time Machine, The Prisoner, Death of the Celts, Can I Play with Madness, Heaven Can Wait, Alexander the Great, Fear of the Dark, Iron Maiden, back on for the encore here with Hell on Earth, The Trooper, and Wasted Years. Just a fantastic set. I've talked about the set list. I even reacted to it in real time when they did the first show on this tour. It's some really cool stuff. I love hearing the tracks from Somewhere in Time finally being played live for the first time in what seems like forever. And in the case of Alexander the Great, never before been done live before this tour. So that's fantastic. And mixing it with, stuff from the newer albums, and Jutsu is great too. Kind of, puts them on the same level, and I think that the new stuff sounded fantastic live as well. Some songs of the night for me, definitely Caught Somewhere in Time, great opener, always has been, whenever they did it live, somewhere on tour back in '86, and then again, so it just works as a live opener. Days of Future Past was great. The Prisoner is always a fan favorite, fantastic song. Heaven Can Wait, big crowd sing-along. Alexander the Great, I've waited so long to hear this song live, and so it did not disappoint. And one thing about Alexander the Great, when they were first starting off this tour, it took them a few shows before they fully got, in the groove of this song, because it's a hard song to play live, but they've gotten tighter and tighter with it, and so it sounded fantastic live, and so really glad that, they were able to really master that song live. As for the encore, I thought Hell on Earth was fantastic, and then of course you have fan favorites like The Trooper and Wasted Years that close things out. Bruce opened the show with Caught Somewhere in Time wearing the original jacket from the Somewhere on Tour, 1986-1987 tour, which is really, really cool. I noticed that right away, but I didn't think it was the same jacket. I figured it was a replica because it wasn't lighting up, but then Bruce explained that it was the actual jacket. It just couldn't light up anymore, that there weren't any LED batteries attached to it anymore. It's an old jacket, and it was a one-time only thing, and he said why not do it in New Jersey? So I thought that was really cool, and, as a Maiden fan, I kind of had, had a nerd out moment for that, so really enjoyed that little Easter egg there. I thought that was kind of interesting, and overall the show was fantastic. It was a great time. Really glad that I was able to have the opportunity to go backstage. Again, thank you to Iron Maiden, and this concert was stellar. Definitely one of the best Iron Maiden shows I've been to, but I feel like I say that after I see every Iron Maiden show. The band were super tight, and Nicko, for the struggles that he's had with, his stroke and being able to drum once again live after not even being able to pick up a drumstick at one point. It's incredible to see how far he's come, and I'm so happy he's doing well again. Great guy to meet, met him backstage, super nice guy, and played fantastic. The whole band was spot on. They were super tight. It was just a great show from top to bottom, and so I highly recommend checking out this tour if you have not already. I believe they do still have a few dates remaining, but then they'll be on tour in 2025 and 2026 for the Run For Your Lives tour, which I'll also be covering here on the channel, and I can't wait for that. Cannot wait to see what the set list is. I did a set list prediction video for that, and so maybe my set list prediction might be a bit, far-fetched, maybe a little bit out there. I tried to keep it realistic enough, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of possibilities for that set list, and so I'm definitely looking forward to it. But this tour was unique, combining Senjutsu with Somewhere in Time, and I think it worked really, really well. So that wraps up this brief concert review of Iron Maiden live at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on the show, seeing that I was there, and I also had the opportunity to go backstage and meet Nicko and Bruce Dickinson. So definitely one of the coolest nights of my life. Absolutely fantastic stuff, and so just wanted to share that with you, share that experience with you guys here today on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss a new upload, and let me know down in the comment section below, have you seen Iron Maiden on this tour, and if so, what are your thoughts on the Future Past tour? I want to hear from you. And until next time, it's the CV guy, Johnny Z, signing off. Take care, everybody.